I am not making any more Battle Cats videos. It's over. This isn't a break. This isn't like the some changes thing. It's over. Okay? And I've got here 5 reasons for why. 1, I don't like Battle Cats anymore. So here's the thing about me and Battle Cats. I will enjoy Battle Cats for I've had Battle Cats since I was a kid, and it's always been like this. I'll play the game for a few months. I'll keep opening it. I'll open it every single day, daily, doing my tickets, I'll just be playing the game for a while, and I'll really be enjoying it. And then eventually I'll get to some point where I just don't feel like playing it anymore. Or I'm just like, I'm done with this now, And multiple times I've gotten to that point, but just to keep my channel running and continued, I had to keep playing Battle Cats so I could know exactly what was happening. So I want to say for videos let me find some specific examples. Like when I was talking about a lot of the what if videos were when I was tired of playing Battle Cats. I'm gonna say main role tier list, like videos like that, or about Uber carrying. When I wasn't talking about specific things or cats in Battle Cats, I was tired of it. The Titan Cat, I was kind of into it again, but not really. The Craze Cats, the what if videos, those were the most fun. Oh, hold on, let me add another note. So because of how I work, I don't always love Battle Cats. I'll like Battle Cats for a while, and honestly, frankly, this sounds funny, but I've been really enjoying Cats Commander a lot more than Battle Cats recently. I just have been. Mostly because the game is easier, but it's also mostly because the game is easier, and I like putting it on in the background in comparison to me having to sit down and think really hard about what specific sets I have to make and all this stuff. I realize I'm pretty casual when it comes to video games, at least with Battle Cats. I don't think I am casual when it comes to things like Terraria. I love the really hard challenges that Terraria has, or roguelike games like Dead Cells, for example, who I like it when that game is hard, or Binding of Isaac, or other games. But Battle Cats, I would have liked it if it was a bit cozier, like Cats Commander. So 1.5, it's 1.5. The videos I made that I didn't do well. So I really enjoyed making the theory videos or the what if videos, or stuff where I'm not directly talking about units or like how good they are, or stuff like that. I love making the what if Craze Cats had talents. I love making what if seasonal rares had talents. I love making the Cats Commander video, which was really fun. I like making the what is Cat God video. That was super fun. But all these videos generally didn't perform as well as when I directly talked about the game. And it's because I like taking a unique approach to it, but a unique approach doesn't always work. Usually with Battle Cats, it seems like the ground that's already been, the obvious path is the one that you're going to be the most successful on. And the obvious path isn't fun because it's been treaded so many times and it's not very mysterious. And there's not much to really learn from it. So 2, my true interests. I've always been more interested in things like cartoons, writing, comics, this kind of stuff, as opposed to video games. On my last channel, I actually quit that channel partially because I was known as, not even known, but because I just talked about video games, and I think that it's more entertaining and it's more meaningful to me to talk about stories and cartoons, because that's so much more complicated and interesting to me just generally. So that's my true interest. And also making cartoons, I tried to make cartoons on the Battle Cat channel, right? But the thing is, a lot of it massively underperformed. I didn't make that many, but they all underperformed, especially compared to a lot of the things I was doing. So that kind of coincides with my previous point. The videos I made that I didn't do well. The videos I made that I didn't do well, but also they were just kind of shorts. I wasn't really making anything. I was just making something someone could chuckle about and then forget about 2 days later. 3, my success on the other channel. The other channel is everything that I actually want to talk about. I criticize cartoons and analyze them, and I talk about webcomics, and I make my own cartoons. That's what I do on that channel. That's a thing that I like to do. I'm not obsessed with Battle Cats. I'm not like Lucas IV, for example, where he's able to be fine with just talking about Battle Cats for 10 years. Like that's not me. I can't imagine talking about Battle Cats for 10 years. And as you can see, I couldn't imagine talking about it for a whole year. That's not my lane. It's not my thing. 4, there's no reason to continue this channel. Clearly, so I want to go ahead and make this very clear. Alexander G was a massive experiment. I wanted to know if I made content consistently and I optimized it so that optimize the editing so it wouldn't take that long for me to actually edit. That's why I could edit a video. That's why I could edit videos like, let me see, like who's the most useless unit in Battle Cats. I made that video in like a day or two. Like that video came out pretty quick. And now I bought DaVinci Resolve and I optimize it even more to the point to where my Pretty Blood video, for example, which is literally an hour long, I made that in like a day, and I think a day and a half. So I practically optimized to the maximum ability. I've already proven to myself that yes, I can make a successful channel if I do consistently talk about something. And now I'm actually talking about something I care a lot more about, and I'm growing faster than I ever did on that Battle Cats channel. So it's like, why would I ever continue this channel outside of the fact that I've been doing it for so long, right? And I've already built this, but now I'm already building something better that I actually care about, that is not going to get old to me, because cartoons and stories and thinking about them and webcomics have always been interesting to me. I can literally sit down and write about a story that I want to tell for a really long time, or just talk about comics and cartoons and writing and all this other stuff for hours. But with Battle Cats, I kind of can't. Like the most interesting things about Battle Cats were the technical aspects of when I enjoyed playing it. So right now there's no reason to continue this channel, which is less successful than what I'm doing right now, than a channel that has grown far slower than what I'm doing right now, a channel that I don't even enjoy working on really anymore right now. And you know, a channel that if I do work on videos, just cause I'm kind of just wasting my time that I could be used working on the channel that I actually care about. So if this channel was super fun to work on, you guys would have probably seen more videos within the last 4 months, but because it's not, and for these last 4 months I've been building another channel, which by the way, in 1,000 subscribers is literally going to be like as big as this channel. It's been 3 months, by the way. I'm just trying to tell you how much more successful that other channel is. It's like, man, I got no reason to actually do this stuff anymore at all, aside from you guys wanting more content. And you know what? How about this? I'll leave that message for the end. 5, this channel is over. Watch my other one. That's the message for the end. Watch my other channel. I'm not leaving the internet. My other channel is Judah. I literally have it linked on, excuse me, Lord. Let me check. Yeah, no, I have on Alexander G. If you just scroll down to my other channels, I literally have it linked as the first one, Judah. The one with the red eye. Click that channel and watch that instead if you want to know what I'm doing now. If you just want to see my new content, check that one out instead. Because this one's over. I've really got no reason to continue this one. None at all. And man, even just outside of just an analytics level, the people that I've met from making that. Oh, hold on. What the hell? My TV just started playing wholesome music for a second. I'm going to have my own background music so that would conflict. But even on an outside of like an analytical level or a monetary level or a views level or an enjoyment level or a mind just thinking level, because by the way, that Battle Cat stuff, that does not require that much thought. I actually like training my brain. I like it. I've never made a Battle Cats video and my head is hurt. Whenever I write these videos and think about this stuff, I'm thinking about it so hard that my head hurts. Like whenever I'm talking about cartoons and analyzing them so hard, my head literally hurts. I'm not kidding. I've never ever had a moment where my head hurts on these Battle Cats videos because it's like there's no mental these videos are not hard to make. There's no mental bandwidth. You don't have to be that intelligent. You're not really using very many skills, at least to me. Right? I've been writing for a long time, and maybe that's why I feel like it's so easy to just make a Battle Cats video, and so that's also part of why I don't really like it. And it's just not that it's just not that interesting. But again, outside of an analytical like level, the people that I've met online that joined my server, for example, just from talking about cartoons, have just been so much cooler. Now I don't have like, now no offense to any of the kids who joined the server, but now I don't have to just, now it's like I have people who are my age that are as smart as me, that know how, that are interested in what I'm actually truly interested in, that I chill out with sometimes and play video games and joke with, and in my server. You know, just the people that I've interacted with are just so much better than Battle Cats. Everything about this new channel so far has just been better than my experience making Battle Cat stuff. Everything. I really do mean it. I've really got no reason to come back to this channel and turn back and be like, oh, my bad, guys. I'm coming back making Battle Cats videos. No, this is the last you're hearing of Alexander G. It's over. Okay? Sorry, the Christian Battle Cats guy is gone off this channel. But if you want to see more of his content, check out Judah. Seriously, I make some high quality cartoon analysis there. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you don't. Maybe you're not interested in cartoons, I don't know. But I'm not interested in Battle Cats really at all anymore. I am more Catholic than ever, by the way. I want to actually let that, I'm more knowledgeable about Catholicism. I'm more Christian than ever, so don't worry about that. But you know, I love Jesus Christ, as I always have as I started this. You know, also part of this channel was also to spread the message of the gospel, at least in some way, to people. But I think that I could better do that on a larger platform. Eventually, I am going to start putting in Bible verses and what I think they mean for little breaks in my longer videos. I think that'll be a good thing, and I'll get some more Christians in my audience. Maybe I'll have more people be sympathetic to, you know, his word. You know, if the whole world becomes Christian, that's just a great thing. But yeah, no, that's all I've got to say. This is the final goodbye on the Alexander channel. I'm dead serious. This is it. Yeah, happy you guys like my videos. Rewatch them all if you want, because I'm not making any more. But check out my Judah channel instead. Goodbye, everyone.